The Broncos have found their next head coach. Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. He brings with him 32 years of NFL experience, although he's never been a head coach. In 2015, he took over one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and 4 years later, we saw what that Bears defense was capable of last season. Hello from the Broncos Media Center. I'm Phil Milani, alongside Matt Boyer and Steve Atwater. Guys, Vic Fangio, the next Broncos head coach. Matt, let's start with you. What do you think he'll bring to this organization?
Greatness. John always said it in his press conference at the end of the year. He wants somebody who just excels at what they do on one side of the football. And we said it in the previews. That was Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio, 17.7 points given up per game, best in the NFL this year with Chicago.
Yeah, that entire defense really did a great job of flying around, knowing their assignments, and really just taking that team to another level. The offense played well too, but that defense was really impressive, and you got to credit a lot of that to Vic Fangio.
He's interviewed for head coaching positions 3 times before this: 1997 with the Chargers, 2015 with the 49ers, and then last year with the Bears. Any concern there that he's never been a head coach? He has a lot of experience, and the bottom line is, hey, it's about how you communicate with your guys.
Yeah, and just look at the defenses that he's been a part of. The Ravens linebackers coach, Ray Lewis, had some of his best years with Fangio. 49ers DC went to the Super Bowl in 2012. And then this Bears defense, Leonard Floyd and Khalil Mack on the outside. The Broncos have a very similar defensive pairing in Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. Could be something to work with there, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be special, and I bet he's kind of licking his chops looking at those guys on the edge there. I'm not really concerned with his lack of head coaching experience. From everything that we've heard, he's a great communicator. He's going to tell the guys exactly how he feels. He's going to tell his coaches exactly how he feels and make sure that things are done the way that he wants them to be done. And I think that's going to be in a first-class manner. And I think, Broncos country is going to really like what this defense is going to look like next year.
You heard Khalil Mack say, hey, I'm sad to see him go, but, hey, he deserves this kind of opportunity. So you think Von Miller's got to be pretty excited right now?
Oh, yeah. Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, even I would imagine the linebackers and DBs, everybody's excited. And sometimes change is exciting in itself, but just knowing what his resume is like and what he can bring to the team, I know that everybody's fired up about it.
Interesting to see how this compares to the rest of the league. You see so many other teams out there going for young offensive coordinators, the next bright mind on the offensive side. Vic Fangio, 60 years old, coming from the defensive side. Why do you think the Broncos win against the current trend?
Look at the division. The AFC West right now, the way it is set up, you've got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You've got the Chargers with Phillip Rivers. Those are 2 high-powered offenses. If those are your 2 biggest competition, if that's your biggest competition, you need somebody to stop Phillip Rivers and Patrick Mahomes. And how about it? Get the best defensive mind in the NFL right now.
I agree with that 100%. And I always, the old saying is out there, you win championships with defense. I'm a firm believer in that.
Of course you are, Steve.
So what he has done, proves that he can come in here and be successful on the defensive side of the ball. Now, the question will be, what will we do to match other offenses and what his plan is for, putting it together an offensive staff. I know we've been talking a little bit about Gary Kubiak coming back into the fold in terms of being an offensive coordinator, and we'll have to just wait and see if they're able to make that happen.
The Broncos do have a lot of young offensive talent when it comes to the coaching positions, like Zach Azzani, Curtis Modkins, Sean Kugler. A lot of coaches that Fangio can pick from the last staff that have shown a great job of communicating with players.
Yeah, and the interesting thing when you hire a first-time head coach, how is that staff going to develop? Necessarily doesn't have some of his guys already ready to go. But, Steve, I know that you know his DB's coach.
Yeah, I got a little bit of familiarity with him. Of course, Ed Donatel, he's defensive backs coach for the Chicago Bears. When we practiced against them early in the year in training camp, I got a chance to say hello to him, and I sold him his house when we lived in Atlanta. So very good friend, very good coach. He coached us through both of the Super Bowls, and just one heck of a guy. That's a great teacher and communicates really well with the players. I hope that he's able to come over with Vic Fangio.
Steve's going to say, I got you a new house right here in Denver. I can hook you up.
Yeah, exactly. That should be the next domino to follow. See who's going to be filling out the rest of this staff. Is Gary Kubiak going to be on the offensive side? Still a lot of questions, but we know that Vic Fangio will be the Broncos' next head coach. He's expected to probably be introduced to the media, get a tour of the facility, those type of things here in the next day or so. That's the latest here from the Broncos Media Center. For Steve Atwater, Matt Boyer, I'm Phil Milani.